we're taking a look at the original XPS15Z. It's been working for many years. It's been through thick and thin. It's been beat up pretty badly, and it did not hold up well. The first thing to go within weeks was the bezel. Bezel was poorly designed, honestly. But in 2011, this was the top consumer laptop out there, and users did not take kindly to it. And I've had issues with this laptop, or with the type of the laptop as this is. Everything on it seems to be falling apart. And this is, like I said, a consumer device, but look here. The tabs completely broken off. This one seems to be too. So let's take it apart. What I liked about it is it featured original Core i5 Sandy Bridge dual core chip, and they came in 4, 6, 8 gigs of memory. Okay, let's take it apart and see what happens. I believe this one was already taken apart, but these were very tricky to start with. You had to start in the back and work your way around. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not ready yet because you have to remove this plate and remove the screws behind it as well. So let's do that. And there's 2 screws here that need to be removed before we can start prying it. This is going to be a tough one to take apart. Just have to work your way through it. There we go. No, this one doesn't look like it's been apart. There we go. You really have to apply a decent amount of pressure here. This one was definitely not apart before. And here we go. Wow, this one definitely was not apart before. It is dirty. If you look at the battery, it's deformed. There's a little bulge to it in the battery here that does not look promising at all. And the just amount of dust and grime collected, it's amazing. Alright, so what do we have here? We have Looks like 2 gigabyte DDR chips. These are older versions. These are 1.5 volts. Later on they started doing the 1.35 volts on all laptop DDR chips. Alright, so we have a heatsink, the fan, a CD slot that can be easily taken out, Wi-Fi chip. It's an N chip, I believe. Now completely outdated, of course, with AC being out for such a long time and AD protocols knocking at the door. And we have Seagate spinning rest, 7200 RPM, 500 gigs SATA hard drive, sitting in its spot. Okay, it's nice and modular, so it can be. I mean, to service it, it's not too bad. Taking apart the cover the first time definitely requires a lot of strength, and you can't be too gentle. But these tabs are easy to break off too. So once you take it off the first time, it's going to be very hard to seal it the same way. But considering how bad the design was from the get-go, with these edges being broken off, it's not a concern at all at this point, especially almost 6 years later after it came out. I could take it apart, but there's really no point to it. I know exactly what's underneath here. The Core i5 Sandy Bridge chip, and see the Wi-Fi chip here, memory, battery. Really, that's all there is to it. There's absolutely no mystery here. The battery is definitely in bad shape. I would not trust this battery with anything. And their BIOS is really bad. I do not like Dell BIOS whatsoever. When you replace the battery, you always have a hard time with their BIOS recognizing the battery. So I do not recommend, especially these consumer products, in anything business. Like, this would be a bad business laptop. I mean, it wasn't intended to be, but even as a consumer laptop, it's very heavy, and they did not hold up well whatsoever. So there it is, folks, for your pleasure. Have a great day.